There's my ride today. Let's go. So today we're on another mission to find the perfect S15. We've seen two clapped out ones. The second one wasn't that bad, but this one's looking really good. There's another yellow one that we're gonna be checking out Tuesday, but let's just get to the spot and then we'll just do the damn thing.
Welcome to the show.
All right, guys, so this is my boy Kashi. As you could see, he has a dope RS6 and a lot more other toys, which you'll be seeing on the channel real soon. Little GT3 action. What else we got? What else we got? Let me pass the mic off.
Converted RS4 Avant. We got a GX build coming up with me and you for the new GX 550 Overtrail Plus. We got the 4Runner. Of course, I love that thing. It's my favorite thing. Got a GTI at home as well. It just sits there.
How we doing? How you doing? All right, so here's my boy BJ also.
You bought the wheels used.
This thing is insane.
Oh, you like that passenger display thing I got now?
Bro.
I gotta figure out how to lighten it up.
What?
Yeah, you can do all types of stuff. Like, look, you can go, it's got different screensavers and shit too. Like, look, short-term memory, maximum, this is me on the way here, 117 miles an hour. Look,
I don't know.
Look at my long-term
How do you
memory,
not
maximum speed 160. What we're trying to
If we like the car, because BJ's been with the two clapped out ones, so I think
So BJ has a bench.
he does.
You got a bench of knowing what the fuck we're looking. Even videos are deceiving you.
I know. I did notice on the last photo he sent, there was a chip that looked like it was on the trunk, which it's not. Yeah, like
90s car.
I know, and like
I get they're asking for a premium, but even then,
even the guy with the yellow one, right? He said it's not perfect, but there's like one speck of rust on the whole thing. So I'm curious to see like how these look in person, because they're definitely the most promising ones so far. But I thought that about the other two. Well, not the first one. The first one we went into it knowing it was clapped out. I mean, you guys saw the video. That was the last one I dropped. Lemmy's drifting in it and whatnot. It had holes in it. I mean, that definitely wasn't the one. The baby blue one in the photos looked great until we saw the overspray and the paint cracking around like the trim and whatnot. He was super cool guy though. Really cool guy. His shop color.
and that's what it's.
The first one was actually, that's an OEM color, that dark blue.
But the car wasn't that color originally.
It was painted, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was repainted.
We'll have to take a look at
that.
the
Everything
engine
was
bay.
painted except for the engine bay on that one. Well, that's why they're all just posting at the same price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys all know each other as well. And the market, it's like the Facebook marketplace of the group, not the marketplace, but the Facebook group of these guys is what controls pricing.
All right, so anytime you're pulling up to a gated spot, you know, we got some type of FU money up here in Southern California. And then, oof, there she is, looking juicy.
Hard this year at all. I was like, let's wait till next year, we'll get something. Just be patient.
So-
We'll get the NSX if you want.
Yeah.
So, but no,
I'm just taking some videos so I could send it to my buddy to see what parts it has on it.
Look at it from this angle. Does the red look all the same? It
What?
does, from this angle, right?
Yeah.
It looks like it's the right paint code, but painted in a different setting. Like the color is the right color. Yeah. And then
So check underneath it.
no, the fuck rate. Yeah. But it's like painted in a different setting. And whenever you bastard, it just launches after the paint. Yeah. But yeah, it's
All right, so the guys are walking around knocking on the panels to check for Bondo. Interior is super clean. As you guys saw, the steering wheel on the other one popped off, like the airbag. The vents are in good shape. These are notorious for looking crappy. This guy right here, you could still buy for like $200 from a USDM Nissan dealership, but this is in great condition. I mean, we have a short shifter, it feels like. Gears going. It's pretty good. It's got a dual Orc twin clutch. Proper 6-speed. You gotta go extra over for the reverse.
Let's go.
You found it?
We'll go and knock on the yellow one in the same spot just to make sure. Okay.
Okay. All right, so they think they found some Bondo. we're gonna have to take a look. Not a fan of these wood screws. Even the side skirts have like self-tapping screws. Yeah, these guys are going through the car. This is why you gotta have multiple sets of eyes, and you can't be emotional to these cars because this is definitely the cleanest one. But they're checking with the light and everything. This is what you guys gotta do when you're looking for these cars.
So see, this side still had bounce back to the inside.
You're not talking openly.
No, you're good.
You feel the same way, so you know.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, because you can imagine you would have pulled from
Yeah.
But even though you didn't make it right, it's just an ice understanding. We pulled up in the car, and there's nothing like, oh, yeah.
Just going through. All right, so the first thing you guys want to look at is the plate on these, because this is a DE. It's not a DET, which means this was Spec S converted to a Spec R. So we have a SR20 DET motor. It's got the notch on the front, so we know it's a newer version of it, but yeah, so far we're looking at it. The fenders definitely don't match in person. It's probably hard to see. Headlights are super clean. We have a Blitz intercooler, some Greddy stuff right here, a Taname turbo with the manifold. I mean, it's definitely the cleanest one that we've looked at so far. Strut towers look like they were welded, which means chances are these were restored. These are notorious for rusting out, like inside here, over here. Paint job's pretty good though. It's not clapped out at all. No, yeah. So we're deciding on it. It's not bad, but the asking price is kind of crazy.
But you know the CC.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the CC?
The previous one.
Do you bought it in the US?
Yeah.
You never got it mentioned.
No.
Rado, looks like I hear the wastegate real quick. So the three of us just check out this Spec R, quote unquote. It's a Spec S, essentially. A DET is the Spec R. So I called him out on that. He was completely upfront and honest about everything, right? Like, what did you guys notice? What did you guys like see and whatnot? Like going through it.
The car is pretty clean. Interior was really clean, you know, for that age of a car. But certain stuff that kind of like the bodywork stuff, you know, has obviously been painted. And typically these cars that have been repainted, you don't know what, you know, they have going on.
So the car was definitely repainted. I don't know if you guys could tell on camera because I had to use the iPhone for that. I didn't want to be like up in homeboy's face with like even this little Osmo pocket. But yeah, the rear bumper didn't match, the spoiler didn't match, the fenders didn't match.
Yeah, the fenders were definitely off. And those were because they're aftermarket fenders. So like that's going to obviously be an issue every time. But, you know, OEM fenders, you can get it to match. I wasn't too worried about that. But the rear quarters, I don't know, had a little it started off where it's got the typical, ding coming back to you, and then Bondo type of work, which a lot of these cars have been crashed or can have, could have been crashed. It's very possible these days, but
yeah, you guys are gonna
kind of iffy there.
totally. Now, some things we notice on some of the others, being that the strut towers are notorious for rusting out, we've seen some welded repairs, and this one had it too. I'll show you guys up on the screen right now, just a little video of me pointing it out. But it was done really well, right, BJ? Like, you feel like it was done well? And...
yeah, I think like this is the third one that we've seen this week, and this is aesthetically from the outside and with the way it sounded and the overall, like, the appearance of the car was very clean. It's like if it was a proper spec R, even for the price or close to it, it's what you're looking for, but it's just not the right car.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think you'll ever really know what the true mileage is on any of them.
Yeah, yeah. We don't know if they were rolled back or anything like that. Different clusters swapped out.
Gonna say it had a certain mileage or has this or that, and it's just not always the case. You're still dealing with a foreign car that's brought here for a profit. So, you're going to deal with a lot of shady shit behind it. It's just always going to exist. It's not the case for all of them. It's just the likelihood is a lot higher.
Totally. And then, I mean, it didn't look like there was any rust. Obviously, the paint job was fresh. I mean, engine bay was painted, like...
Nothing got painted and came straight here. I mean, the car hasn't even been here it's only been here for 7-8 months.
Yeah.
So, like... Yeah, it's only been here for 7 months, dude. It's not, it's a fresh car. It got here, and I assure you, it didn't come here looking like shit, and then they fixed it all and got it back through 2 different owners now in the last 7 months. I mean, that's the truth. The car has gone through 2 owners in the last 7 months, and maybe not, maybe 3 owners. Think about it. The Virginia guy, he bought it from the dude here in La Puente or whatever it was, and now he's trying to sell it. So the car has suddenly gone through 3 owners in 7 months.
Yeah, from the export from Japan.
Someone probably like the body work and stuff that I'm nitpicking on. Again, I'm not a pro on these cars, and I'm not like, I don't know exactly what each panel is supposed to sound like compared to other.
I know. We didn't think to do that on the other ones.
But personally, I'm sure people are buying this thing and maybe seeing the damage and seeing what the car's gone through.
And getting a little nervous,
and
right?
They're like, well, fuck this, I'm going to sell it,
Yeah.
Like, it looks good. I bought it. I'm going to sell it right now.
And that's what I'm terrified of, because I'm paying cash. I'm not taking out a loan. This is one of my childhood dream cars, like many of you watching this right now. And I just don't want to be dropping 30 grand cash, not like a loan or anything where I could pay it off, and then have 10 grand worth of like stuff that needs to get done to it to get it operating right. Now, he upgraded the fuel pump himself, which is kind of, I don't know. Do you guys feel like that's weird? I mean, there was a bunch of stuff from Evasive.
Like anything crazy, They're not like anything that's 2 wires.
But what's happening now with this car apparently is when it gets up to temperature and you drive it, she runs great, but then if you go to restart it, it just doesn't want to turn on. It'll crank until the whole block is completely cold. Like, he said it had to like...
It has to be completely cold, but...
He said it takes a while after it cools down.
Yeah, because if you've driven it for a while, then it's going to take a little bit until it cools down.
So it's like, what else could that be? Because he thinks it's injectors. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, thermostat or something.
Thermostat. I mean, again, when you get these home-built cars, it's not like it has the original engine that came with the car, right?
No.
So when you're dealing with these types of things, you don't know. That's the problem with buying project cars like this.
So yeah, I mean, I'm going to show you guys the rest of the footage that we took. The car, overall the car, if it was a spec R, like BJ said, it would be a done deal and we'd deal with it. But now we're going to check out on Tuesday, which will be the second half of this video, possibly. Maybe it'll be a separate one, depending how long this one is. But we're going to compare now, because they walked around, knocked on the quarter panels and whatnot, just to compare both cars and whatnot and just see, because BJ was saying every single one we see is like a step above the next one or the last one, essentially. Like, they're getting better and better. I'm just impatient, and that's why these guys are the voice of reason, even though I know this guy next to me is very impulsive also. I mean, but I think
logically impulsive.
I think the two of us combined are like half decent, and then BJ in the background is the voice of reason for sure. Like, he's keeping me sane, but yeah, I'll keep you guys updated.
You guys both brought up like super good points about a lot of the stuff on this car, and then like, yeah, we have the
Here, hold this.
There we are.
Putting you on the spot.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, I think because me and Cashy are like tied to it. It's not our car, so we're gonna look at it with different like eyes. So it's good to bring two guys, I think. And Cashy brought up a ton of good points. So we'll just keep going.
That's it.
No rush on it.
That's how it is. You search for these cars, you got to keep going. You can't. It's not a search is never like an overnight thing. You're very rarely come across the right car when you're looking for it.
And I kind of did that with MR2. I didn't look at enough, but we did find a good one. It's got some quirks to it, but it runs good for what it is. But yeah, like that was 10 grand. This is 3 times the amount that I'm willing to spend cash out of pocket. And yeah, we don't want to get fucked. We don't want to get stuck with something that is going to look dope in my garage, but I can't even drive the damn thing. So
Yeah, we're not looking for paperweights.
yeah. We want to be able to flex this thing, have fun with it, pull up to car shows, do tutorials with it on installing parts, shoot some dope content with it. I have a whole bunch of plans, and I'm just thankful for both of you guys today coming out.